I'm Cathy Thomas. I welcome Butler, Executive Chef at the Waterfront Beach Resort, a Hilton Hotel in Huntington Beach. Chef will prepare crispy chicken sliders that showcase irresistible chive biscuits, maple Dijon, and house-made pickle slaw. These popular sliders are a specialty at the resort's Offshore Nine rooftop lounge. Chef, what makes these sliders so irresistible?
Well, I think there's a couple of things. The chive biscuits, we're making them homemade. They're fresh. They're nice and fluffy. And then also the chicken, the fried chicken, that's very popular right now. Everybody seems to be making fried chicken sandwiches. This is kind of like a sandwich, but on a biscuit.
Oh, yum. Let's get started.
Okay, so we're going to make the biscuits first. We've got our flour. We're going to put that in. We've got our chives finely chopped.
Fresh?
Fresh chives. And the good thing with chives is it gives you kind of like an onion flavor without being onions. We got our baking powder, a little bit of sugar to make them a little bit sweet. Do you want to put a couple of pinches of salt in
I
there?
could do that.
And then we've got butter. And you want the butter to be hard out of the fridge. If it's too soft, when you knead it into the dough, it's all just going to disintegrate. This way, when you cook it, the butter is going to melt throughout the biscuit too and give you more of a moist biscuit.
You're doing some pinching and some grabbing, and you're breaking up that butter.
Breaking up the butter. The butter is pretty hard. The electric mixer is fine as well.
And would you use the paddle attachment?
I would use the paddle, yes.
And do you want to get the butter pea-sized?
That's right. And the biscuits you can make a day ahead if you want. You could either bake them off the same day, you can put them in the freezer, or you could just put them in the fridge and bake them the day that you're going to serve them. You see, it's almost coming together.
Oh,
see?
yeah. It's beautiful.
So we're going to add our buttermilk now. We don't want to work the dough too much. At first, it seems like it's not enough milk. The butter as well, there's a lot of butter in there that's going to give it moisture. There's just a little bit of flour left on the bottom here. And we'll just flip it upside down. And I put a little bit of flour down. I'll turn it out. A little bit of flour on top.
And you're going to roll it out about 3/4 of an inch?
About that, yes. In Offshore Nine, this is what's on our new menu for the summer. It's all about sharing. So we do 3 little sandwiches. So we're going to put them on a baking sheet. We can brush them now with a little bit of egg wash. I put a little bit of salt in here too to give it a better glaze.
We're going to let these rest and we're going to get on to the chicken.
Next, we're going to make the marinade for the chicken. We have buttermilk. We're going to put garlic and onion powder, but if you want to put a little touch of curry in there, cumin, 5 spices, it's entirely up to you as well. So this is just a basic recipe, and then you can add to it if you like. Some pepper, a pinch of salt. So we're going to mix that in. And we're going to put our egg whites in here as well. I just do that pretty much that way. There's another way you can do it too. If you want to just crack the egg right into the bowl, and then you can just pull it with your hands.
Use those impeccably clean fingers.
That's it. And then we're just mixing it. So if you were going to make a big biscuit, you might want to use the whole chicken breast. You could just cut it back a little bit like that. So then it's all pretty much even. But what we're going to do is just kind of do like scallopinis with the chicken. And we're going to cut them into like, you can
cutting on the diagonal.
That's it. Cut it in 2 or 3 pieces. The buttermilk has acidity in it, so it is kind of breaking down the fibers in the chicken. We're going to marinate the chicken. I would do at least an hour, and I would do no more than overnight. So now we're going to make the dredge for the chicken, and this is what makes the chicken really crispy. We have regular flour here. At the hotel, what we did was we kind of made a couple of different recipes, and we found out this is kind of the best one that we found. So flour, tapioca starch, so that's going to make it crispy. Crispex, which you can get this on Amazon, is just a wheat dextrose. Just again makes things really crispy.
There you go.
You don't have to put it in there if you don't want to. Sometimes what I'll do is I'll use panko because that's going to give it little like shards of crispiness. So we're going to put our pepper in there. We have some paprika. And if you want to use smoked paprika, give it a little bit more spice and smokiness. So for our oil, we want to be around 375. Before thermometers were very common, we would often just use a piece of bread as well.
Look at that.
If it was too cold, it would sink to the bottom. You wouldn't get all these bubbles. We're going to take our chicken that's been marinating, and we're just going to dredge it in the flour. And we're going to go straight into the oil.
Such a happy sound.
Isn't it? And these won't take long to cook. They're smaller pieces. For chicken, you want to cook it around 165. So we're going to pull these out now. They're starting to get nice and brown.
Beautiful. It's going to be a crunch.
Yeah.
Okay, Chef, we're into the home stretch
That's it.
here.
Yes, we've got our biscuits, we've got our chicken. Now what we're going to do is make the glaze, the sauce for the chicken. My mother always said it's the sauce that makes everything. And I totally agree with that too. So we're going to do like a little bit of a kind of a barbecue-y. We've got maple syrup. We've got mayonnaise, sriracha here. It kind of just gives it a little bit more depth. And we've got some Dijon mustard too. That's going to give it some depth. Salt. A couple of pinches. And some fresh ground pepper. We're just mixing it all together.
I love the idea of the spicy sweetness of it.
Sweetness, yes. And then we're going to just brush it on the chicken. You could dip it in too as well, or put it in a bowl, toss it like wings.
Ah, yeah.
So we're taking our biscuits, just going to split them in two. They're easier to cut when they're colder. I'm going to take a little bit of slaw here, which we made with our house-made pickles. It's just some cabbage, onions, pickles. I'm going to put that on the bottom. Nice big pieces.
Oh boy.
Look at that. Huh?
Look at that. That's gorgeous. Thank you so much, Chef.
Thank you.
I can hardly wait to eat.
I'm getting hungry already.
I'm looking forward to it. Here's a quick tip from Melissa's. The Silver Palette Cookbook changed the way we cook. Published in the early 80s, it took off big time and gave home cooks from coast to coast a shot of culinary courage. The Silver Palette's classic coconut cake is one of my favorite recipes from the book. Start by greasing and flouring 2 9-inch round cake pans. Beat the sugar and eggs together in an electric mixer. Add oil, wine, flour, salt, baking powder, and vanilla. And here's a tip. Buy yourself a 2-cup dry measuring cup. It'll save you lots of time. Easy so far, right? Bake in a preheated 350-degree oven, and after a short rest, turn the layers out on a cooling rack. Cool to room temp. To make the frosting, mix sour cream, vanilla, and shredded sweetened coconut. Add the powdered sugar, and voila! Frost the cake, adding a nice filling layer. Using a flexible metal spatula, frost the sides and top. Garnish with fresh berries, and if you wish, some edible, pesticide-free flowers. Delicious. Get the recipe at cathythomascooks.com.